Free will is a lie, is what I would have said about 2 years ago now, but a lot has changed since then. I understood to the best of my capability the argument against free will and even made a video about the topic, but I've come here to gladly admit I was wrong. You see, one of the big things is the unit of measurement that something is held at, like the standard. Alfred Mele points out that the bar is often set so high for free will that it makes it impossible to hit. To some, free will had to be utterly magical or absolutely unconstrained. For example, a blank canvas. But that doesn't make sense because nothing else in this world is held at such a high standard as free will. For example, my standard of a great basketball player is someone who has to average 100 points per game at the pro level. Looking through history, there is nobody that comes even close to that level. So through my standard, I've proved that there are no great basketball players. Well, that's obviously foolish and not true. There are thousands of great basketball players, like me. But seriously though, I'm tired of seeing the standard of free will be held at such a high level. It needs to be lowered. And not lowered to the point where I can prove it by snapping my fingers, but lowered to where it's on an even playing field with everything else. A great point deniers of free will have to answer to is what Orthodox Kyle said on our podcast. People that deny free will, it makes knowledge impossible. Knowledge meaning justified true belief, because if you're saying we have no free will, then someone could just be predetermined to believe something false. Now it's obvious that there are things in life we cannot control. The environment we were raised in, who our parents are, what ethnicity, gender, height, or how old we are, but does that disprove the reality of free will? Not necessarily. Free will is that fork in the road where you are faced with temptation and you're either left to fall or rise to the occasion. Free will is what you do behind closed doors when you know that there is nobody around and can do whatever you want and get away with it. I often see determinists say it's not our free will, but the neurological compounds in our brain that force us to act this way. And I say, how disrespectful and ignorant it is to say that out of the comfort of your own home, while you sip your coffee and sit in your PJs, while there are people facing tragedy while still maintaining a positive attitude. If we evolve this way, and our neurological basis that forms our decisions all come from evolution, what do you have to say to the people who overcome tragedy with a smile on their face? Why don't we all succumb to the malevolence of the world if we're just a product of evolution? Viktor Frankl, survival of the Holocaust and author of Man's Search for Meaning, states, "Everything can be taken from man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's own attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way." Determinism is the scapegoat to the moral obligations and duties God has called us forth to do, and that is Determinism Debunked.